Hi, everyone and no one. It's good to be here this evening, just sharing wherever it may be. I've really felt Rupert's spirit around me a lot, but I was kind of taking a look at this and realizing how important it is to make sure that our practices and the things we do aren't taking place of actually doing them, of doing what we need to do. So when I feel separate and I'm reaching to Rupert to listen to his things and his beautiful, beautiful things, and then I feel as if I'm back together again in that oneness. And in taking a really close look at this, it is so easy to do the easy thing like that. That's how we do everything else. We reach for things and people, substances, alcohol, whatever it is. We reach for outside things, even if it's no matter what it is. It can be playing tennis, it can be, as Rupert does, or it could be jogging like I do. Invisible jogging. But anyway, yeah, it's all kinds of things. I do that too. When I feel like I need that time alone with myself, I go out and jog. That doesn't mean that if we go do these things or reach for these things that it's not legitimate. I mean, we reach for those things, but we have to realize that we're reaching for them and why. And that's something that I've been doing lately, was looking at why I'm reaching for Rupert when I do, or when I want to listen to one of his understandings and sharings. I'm reaching right away for why am I doing that now, because I know that in his sharing and in his lessons, we talk a lot about sitting with yourself when you're uncomfortable doing it. So is that the case? Am I uncomfortable with myself when I reach out? And I think the majority of time I am uncomfortable with myself, and I reach for something he's shared, and like I'll feel a loneliness or something coming in, and when I read one of his things, I'm not lonely anymore. But we are in this study of non-duality and the direct path with Rupert to actually accentuate the I am and be able to have that essential essence of ourselves with us through all our circumstances in life as we go about our day, and all of our time at home that we spend with ourselves or with others. So it's really important, and it's also important not to work on it. We are just actually letting the sharing that he's been doing so many years, letting that sharing of non-duality, the direct path, into our very essence and being, that understanding. So as we relax with it and sit with it, and ask, we can ask ourselves questions and answer them ourselves so that no one's answering them for us, is what I mean by that. And learn in a natural way of just things happening and seeping into us. And just being. So as we're just being and things come up, we can address them or speak to them or love them and accept them, which is what you're doing when you're doing that, I would hope, and it's not resisting, because that would just propagate it. So as we learn to accept ourselves and sit with this, I've noticed that my relaxing with this and not purposely studying or using a study to help me at any given moment because of the way I'm feeling, I've noticed that his words, the words when he always says, I am, and then there's the qualification that we live in. We live in the qualification, and the I am is overlooked. So just the simplicity of that one thing has grown with me and feels very good when it's bigger and better. When I say that, I just mean my accentuating the I am has gotten better. And so I have noticed big changes when I do that. And in my head's always thought I was doing that, and I know to do that. But that's just it. Just sitting back and absorbing. Not so much just listening, because listening isn't always hearing. So, when I have felt what Rupert said, I haven't really known if I was doing it or not, because it's something that I didn't know I wasn't doing before, so I have no comparison, so I don't know if I'm doing it or not. So for a long time now, I realize that I haven't been doing that. So I haven't been accentuating the I am to the extent that I am now anyway, because I'm feeling a difference, which before I think I was putting it in the category of understanding it knowledgeably, and feeling it I lumped in with the feeling that I already have of gratitude and love of life and that sort of thing, and that's wonderful. That's a beautiful thing. But I still notice my falling, my unsteadiness, my joy is very on a tightrope. I'm walking the fence. And that's when sometimes when I'm on that fence and I'm swaying to one side or the other, I reach for Rupert. So, in the past few days, I have been just walking in it. The past week, I guess. I've really been accentuating the I am. I mean, I have, like I said, thought I was before, so I'm understanding it more, I'm feeling it more. So if I said it before, I don't know where I was with that, but I know it's has more depth now because I feel the difference. I feel a difference inside of me to the extent that I'm doing it. So when I'm out in the world, now I'm seeing like the process. Because when Rupert would say, accentuate the I am, I could listen to those words and I could accentuate the I am by noticing it mentally. Anyway, now, what I was doing before, I am trying to explain, but I'd rather explain what I'm doing now and then maybe those words will come. So I just noticed a process where I didn't have a process before, and I don't think there is really a process, but I must have used a process to when I walk into the world, when I walk anywhere and I'm looking at something or something, I'm having an experience. And so every experience, or most experiences, or most of my experiences lately, I've been trying to isn't a good thing to say. I guess that's where the process comes in. I am asking myself, where is this coming from? The I am? Or am I just walking into the circumstance? But I am sitting back with it. I'm not forcing anything. So in the background, I'm just lovingly saying, I'm seeing that accentuate the I am, be in the I am, drop the qualification, and then proceed with being in the circumstance. So it is kind of a process. It's like a little step there that I have to do this. So I'm thinking, I am, especially if I'm called to do something, or if I'm called to any action, or if I'm called to a thought in my head to answer something for myself or for anything, or to do something even, I'm just sitting back with it, going a little slower, sitting back with it and accentuating the I am before the qualification that I am this or I am that. I am going to watch a movie. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to wash the dishes. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to drive my car. The things that I do in a day. I'm going to go take a nap. I know it's silly. It sounds silly. But anyway, in the process of doing that, so it's not like I am the bed if I was taking a nap. That's a little different. That's kind of corny. That's like you just go and do that. But the things that I need to do that on, it's just a feeling. When I need to do that and I say I am, I drop the qualification, be in the present I amness, the luminosity, and then proceed, making sure that it's just being with that. It's just being with that as you walk out. You don't want to walk out of that. And that's what I think is such a natural thing to do, walk out of that. So the I amness without the qualification of I am this and I am that. And knowing yourself as who you are, the luminosity of who you are, and the pure knowing, and the purity of you, the love, the ever presence of all things and people and all unseen and seen is made of this stuff. And we have forgotten that we are made of this stuff. So to me, this is an important foundation, an important part of being, is to know who we are and to know what we're doing, so that we will come from that place. That's the difference I've noticed, is when I do that, when I take away the qualification and I'm in the I am, that ever-present luminous love, joy, place that we're made of, that we're made from, that we borrow our existence from, that we co-create with. So being in that place, and then the qualification, or then not the qualification, but then you walk into I am this or I am that, but I am first. I am this I that's connected to the I of everything. So that's a whole different world, because where you come from is that, the love. So the choices that you're going to make, how you're going to make dinner, how you're going to take care of yourself, how you're going to take care of your house, how you're going to be with other people, how are you going to be in the things you do, will come from that place. So though the answers or the action that you do will come from that place. It's very different from just reacting to circumstances. And I thought a long time ago, okay, I'm 73 now. I was 57 when I thought that I had quit being a victim to circumstances. No. I didn't quit. I was feeling like I was taking responsibility for myself, but I really didn't know how to do that. But I was doing what I did know of how to do that, and that was to just liberate myself to the point where I could figure out what's going on and take the spider webs off of me. So that was good. Okay, so I'm sure that that's what opened me to being able to accept this study that's been shared by Rupert, that opened me up, that attached. That was my time. That was time for me to receive that. And if it had come at an earlier time, of course I would not been able to receive it. I wouldn't understand it. So that's going to be true with sharing with other people, and knowing that there's a lot of people that just are going to be closed to things, a lot of things in their life. I know, because I did that, and I'm just coming to know my true self at 73, so that's okay. It doesn't matter when, it just matters that we do, if we can, just so that we come from that place, because that is the little inkling that will change the world, one at a time, one inkling, one everything. I know that it's not like it's just changing the thought, because we co-create with this beautiful, ever-present, luminous, pure knowing stuff that we borrow our existence from, or that we are birthed from, or we are co-creators with. So our mind thinks things up, and they appear, and we make this world together with that essence. And if we forget who we are, it's not coming from there. So the things that are the things that happen, will be coming from this separate self. And yes, we're all different. We're all individually, completely, or a lot, very different, because of our conditioning, because of everything. Just, we are put together. There's so many things that make us all completely different, but we're made from the same stuff. So our minds are expressions of this stuff. And so if we're thinking from, we have to be a finite mind in order to have these thoughts and perceptions and feelings. And that's beautiful. So consciousness or awareness is able to create through us. So if we don't know that, then what we're creating from is very limited. And that's when all those emotions come in, and I'm better than you, and jealousy and greed, and all of these things come into play. As you can see, when we're operating from a separate self, thinking we are an individual entity all on our own, and I'm completely different from you. I mean, I am different from you, but I'm not made. I'm an entity in myself. There's not this stuff that connects us. There's not this this essence of love and all being and all knowing purity that never dies and is never born, and is what we share our being with. So that's been so important to me lately, that one little step or process that is helping me see things even better. So I wanted to definitely share that this week, and so I am. So I guess if I, well, I won't do it now because I probably can't find it. But, so I won't do it now. But yeah, there's a couple of things I would like to bring up and read of Rupert's. Not a long thing, but. And then there's another thing that he says that condenses everything into a sentence. Um, and I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm not going to say that. But anyway, I hope this sharing is floats out there somewhere. Um, it's good for me though. It helps my voice go out there, float out there, and doesn't just keep everything inside of me, which, yeah. So that love goes out, that energy anyway, goes out into the world and does something nice. So whether it's received or not, um, I'll never know, but that's okay because I'm sharing and that's a good thing. So I'm going to cut this one, I guess, short tonight, but I said what I wanted to, and so I wish every no one, every no one, all the energy, the universe. Good night.